comedy, mushroom, coal. It's the motherfucking podcast. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. We are here. We are recorded. It's Thursday morning. Sorry that this is a little late to all of you. Some of us have like lives to live and shit, you know? Some of us are living, some of us are laughing, some of us are loving, you know? We're out here making some moves. We're out here doing shit. Alright, I think we're going. I had to make sure that the computer was working, since it's integral to the success of the podcast now, this piece of shit Garbo computer. Welcome. Hi, how we doing? What a first minute, you know? Everything over here. I'm trying to sneak this episode in before I have to leave tonight. I'm going back to the motherland. Got a wedding weekend. We've been looking forward to this for a while. Had to go pick up my tux yesterday. Have to remember to pack my tux. Because we're not packed yet. Why the flight doesn't leave for I don't know, another 10 hours or so, 8 hours, I don't know. I'm leaving in like 6 hours, okay? We're gonna take the train, because Chicago, we have public transportation. Other places should try it, where you can like take a train right into the goddamn place. Oh no, we're gonna have to go leave and grab that maybe soon. But yeah, going back to Ohio, going back to Akron this weekend for wedding of a friend of the show, manager to the stars, Tyler Ross's wedding. Very, very excited. And Sophie's wedding, you know. I forget what her last name is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. She's her own person, and you know, the changing of the last name it was like a property thing. So it does matter for her personhood. I mean, marriage itself is a transfer of property from the father to another man. So I mean, do we really want to celebrate it, or are we good feminists? Like, or is this just an excuse for me to dress up in a tuxedo and look real nice, smoking a bunch of cigarettes? Right? Am I a real feminist? Am I down for the cause? Am I a real ally, if you will? If I let one of my best friends, if not my best friend, take part in a ceremony that just by its nature means that women are property. And by me taking part in it, does that mean that like at some point in the future I could possibly get canceled for taking part in a wedding ceremony, you know? Even though she's like by her own volition signed the paperwork with the government, you know? She's going to get a pretty dress. It's going to be like she's been part of the whole thing. I'm pretty sure he asked. He didn't just like take her. It's not like he bought her from her father. Like I'm pretty sure that she's part of this decision. But I mean, just even like because of the patriarchy, does she even know the decision that she's making, right? I mean, women, they're big, strong, independent people who don't need anybody to make decisions for them. But also, they're in a system where they've been infantilized, and we need to make sure that they can make their own decisions. And the decisions that women and minorities make seem a lot like the decisions that white women and men want them to make, you know? That's usually how it works, right? Like respect everybody's culture, but I mean, make the same decisions that we think you should make, and try to fit in the box that we should, you know? Maybe think about that next time you're thinking about it. I watched Eddington last night. I hung out with a nice friend who also enjoys movies, and I hadn't seen Eddington, so we watched it. It was an incredible flick. Very good movie. Very great film, if you will. If you know, it's a COVID piece. It's about COVID. It's about how COVID made people be crazy. And it's got me all fucking fired up. Not just because COVID gets me fired up still. It was only 6 years ago or so. Like, the movie was based 6 years ago. And, like, just even, like, the way that, like, they were talking about conspiracies, and, like, there was one that popped up that was, like, this senator sold this man sold his daughter to a senator, and now she's a sex slave, and you're supposed to be like, ha ha ha, conspiracies were so crazy. And then now we're in 2026, and it's like, no, the Epstein list is like a real thing, and people were buying and selling young women. So I mean, egg on our face, I guess, you know? How smart of us to just like talk shit about people who were saying something crazy's afoot. But like, you even forget, like, there were like some conspiracies that popped up that were like the Titanic being sunk because of the Fed. Like, come on, like that's a fun one. There's enough there that like it makes sense. Like and even if it didn't, like that's one of those ones that's like kind of harmless. Which is, I think, the point of the movie, is to be like, even the fun ones are added to like the rest of them. It makes everybody else dangerous. But it turns out that, like, it wasn't even, like, the big crazy conspiracy lady in the movie wasn't the problem. I mean, you could say that she's a problem, but, like, she wasn't the one who ended up doing all the bad things in there. And now especially, like, that's the thing that got me the most fired up about the movie, is like, yeah, man, like, obviously we were all on the same page. Those people were insane. Like, you need to wear your masks, you need to XYZ, you need to do all that shit. But like, you also, like, I don't know, were they wrong? Right? Like, now that we're removed, like, that's what the smugness of the movie I didn't like. And they did a great job. Not to be like both, like, everybody got it. They showed how annoying the protesters and shit were, where it was just like white people trying to get attention and trying to do, like, doing too much and trying to be on the right side of history. And like, again, we're like infantilizing people and being like, you should be out. And I've said that at a protest to cops before. But I did it differently, of like, this isn't my battle to fight. I was like, hey, when they come for everybody, they're not coming for me. They're coming for people who look like you. Like, unfortunately, that's a fucking fact. And I don't know. Like, the whole movie was very funny. And it was like a very good commentary on what was going on. But I do think at the end it kind of missed I think in the end it kind of did a good point of like, well, even with all of this fighting, they ended up winning. Because if you watch the rest of the movie, it all kind of turns out the same anyways. Which is kind of the lesson of COVID. You know, which branches right into UFC 250 happened this past Sunday. Happy birthday to our beloved President Donald J. Trump. To celebrate his birthday, he destroyed the south lawn of the White House and put the octagon there for the UFC. That was sponsored. Like, there was a Bud Light sponsorship on the south lawn of the White House, you know, on Flag Day. So like, we kneel for the flag, or we kneel for the cross, stand for the flag. But I mean, on Flag Day, we're going to make it about ourselves, you know? One of those things. And like, to co-opt, I was watching, there's a podcast called The Rest is Politics US, and Anthony Scaramucci, who was in the Trump administration for, I think, 13 days, something like that. By all means, not like the greatest person himself. Like, he worked for the Trump administration, right? He still is definitely leaning conservative, at best, you know? But he was talking about it. They do a very good job, because like the Caddy K is the other person on the podcast. She's a journalist, and has been doing it for a long time. And she's very, very smart. So, like, they have, like, a pretty good view on both sides of everything and good connections. And Scaramucci was talking about how he, like, wears an American flag pin. And, like, people were talking about how, like, that's seen as, like, a nationalist symbol now, like the American flag. Which, like, if we could argue, since, I don't know, we started our like, post-WW2 really... the beginning of everything, the beginning of our country, spreading across, like, that flag has been used as a terrorist symbol since the beginning of the United States of America, and since there's a reason why they don't want us burning that flag, right? Is because I don't know, like, they want us rallying around it, around it. I mean, there's a reason that people are probably mad that I have the flag upside down, but we're under foreign occupation. I love the flag. I love America. I also like the right that I have the ability to burn the flag if I want. But the point he was making is that, like, Trump has kind of co-opted patriotism and made it into, like, a nationalist thing, which, I mean, that's what nationalism is. So, I mean, we're splitting hairs if we're going to be syntax Nazis at this. But, like, we're at a spot where it's, like, embarrassing to be proud to be an American or love America. And one of the big things that he's done is he co-opted fucking Flag Day to celebrate his own birthday. And America's 250th birthday, he has a UFC event right on the fucking south lawn of the White House with, like, armed services people in the crowd, comedians that are making a big fucking thing. Can we stop? I'm gonna need to grab, I left my vape on the table before I get into this. Please hold. Your call is very important to all of us here at Ray Corp. We'll be right back with you after this. All right. So, like, Nate Bargatze, people just found out that Nate Bargatze may or may not be associated with MAGA or Republicans. And it's like, guys, he's a clean comic who, yes, he did time in New York and LA and Chicago for a little bit, but as soon as he could, he moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and has, like, built a whole he's trying to build a theme park in Nashville, Tennessee in 2026. Okay. So to get that done, you have to hobnob with, and by zero, like, I'm not making an argument for Nate Bargatze. He's rich enough, he's powerful enough in the comedy scene, especially, that he's not beyond. It's not like anytime somebody's like, oh, comedians love to just talk shit. This is, at a certain level, you're past it. Like, Shane Gillis was also at the thing, which is very disappointing. But he also talked about it before he went. He said that he was torn on whether or not he was going to go. And that's one of the, it's like the Riyadh Festival, where you're just like, okay, like, it's a lot of money, but should you go? And it's kind of one of those, like, hey, you got offered, your friend, like, you're friends with a lot of those people, and, like, Joe Rogan's gonna be there. Joe Rogan's part of the reason why you're so famous now. I mean, he got there by himself, but you know what I mean. And so you're gonna go kick it with your friends and, like, go see the UFC at the fucking White House lawn. Historically, take the nationalism, take the racism, sex, take all of the Trump part of it out. It's kind of and it's like a team that wins the national championship or wins the NBA championship, shout out to the Knicks, I guess, or the Super Bowl, and they go see the White House, and people are like, I wouldn't go to the White House to meet Trump. And it's like, winning the Yes, I'm pretty sure. I haven't been given the opportunity. It's one of those things, like, until you're given the opportunity, you don't honestly know how you feel about it until you're given the opportunity. It's very easy for people to say, I would turn down that check. I would turn down that opportunity. I would turn down going to this thing. But if somebody was like, hey, let's just imagine Obama's in the White House, and they're like, they're going to have Game 6 of the NBA Finals on the White House basketball court, and you're invited. You're gonna go. Even though Obama drone struck people and deported a bunch of people too, like, you're still gonna go. Because it's, like, something that you may never be able to do. Like, that's the point of getting famous and all that, is to be able to do things that other people can't do. I know that we've, like, tricked ourselves into thinking, like, being successful is, like, to be able to, like, spread, like, for, like, self-validation and blah, blah. Like, we're all, every single one of us, the minute, like, I talk as much shit as anybody else, but as soon as, like, $1 million check falls into my bank account, I might care about taxes a little bit more. I probably won't, because, I mean, I don't need $1 million, you know what I mean? But, like, if you're trying to get a fucking theme park made, an amusement park made in 2026 in Tennessee, you're going to have to hobnob with the people who are in charge of the money. And the government in Tennessee is Republican. The government in our nation's capital is Republican. I feel like if it was a Democrat, he'd be there hobnobbing, trying to get money and shit like that. But also, let's not be surprised by things like this. That millionaires are gonna cozy up to who has the money? Like, are you children? That's quite literally what you sound like when you're like, oh, I thought he was one of the good ones. He's one of the best comics ever. I love watching Nate Bargatze do comedy. He's very funny. The fact that he can do that all clean is incredible. But he's from the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Tennessee. He talks about how he barely graduated high school all the time. He's not a smart person. Do you think that he grew up in like a well-informed place? Or like looking at, he's a white man from Hickory, Tennessee or some shit like that. And like, and you can tell that I like Nate Bargatze. And like, it's one of the, it's like liking the NFL. You have to be like, oh, well, it's owned by all these billionaires, but I still like it. Like, you're doing the same thing with like your favorite person. Like, Nate Bargatze took a picture with RFK Jr. Fucking, when are you gonna get on Taylor Swift for taking pictures of Brittany Mahomes? It's not the same thing, but you know what I mean. Like, when are we gonna start holding people who actually make changes in this world fucking responsible for the choices that they make, and not comics? And yeah, is it disappointing that Nate Bargatze's hanging out with MAGA? Is it the same thing with Shane Gillis showing up there? I mean, fucking Bill Burr went to Riyadh, you know? And he's not gotten that much gruff for it. People still share his shit. People still talk, you know? It's like, we can't, if we're gonna hold everybody to the standard, that's fine. Let's hold everybody, elected officials, your fucking uncle, your aunt, your mom, your grandma, like, talk spicy to them. You know, the things that you can actually change. Let's talk to them. Not millionaires and billionaires you'll never meet. Like, why are you like putting so much faith in somebody you'll never meet and never cross paths with, and be disappointed in them and have like some like sort of like strong reaction to that? And people being like, haha, I always knew something was off about him. It's like, yeah, he does fucking clean comedy. He does comedy, there's something off with him. He decided to go down the clean route, which, like, sure, I mean, you're spreading your fan base, you're making more money. Some people don't like to swear, fine, whatever. You want family-friendly comedy. But, like, that's weird. How often do we need to see... And, I mean, compared to, like, and people are, like, more people are mad about Nate Bargatze than they were, like, fucking... I don't know, like Louis C.K. Like, I would say what Louis C.K. did was worse than what fucking Nate Bargatze does. But Louis C.K. votes the way that we want him to. Right? Not that anybody's, like, let Louis C.K. in, but, like, when's the last time somebody really gave Louis C.K. shit? Bill Cosby? I'm not saying Nate Bargatze's on the same level, but he's a clean comic. You know? And we're like, how many times do, like, John Crist is somebody that hangs out with Nate Bargatze, and it's like these like Christian comics and shit like that are always, that have like darkness in them. Like, how many times do you need to play the same fucking game? It's not that we want to say, like, well, this is why the right has won, but this is why the right wins. Is because we act like fucking petulant children every single time somebody that we know doesn't have the same politics as us. We have to, like, make it this whole shitstorm. When there's, like, people in Broadview right now who are kidnapped by ICE. There's people in, what is it, that Delaney place in New Jersey. Like, places, like, things and places that we can actually do things about. We don't want to worry about, well, they're not shown by the news. You know that it's out there. You know that it's out. Like, you've seen it enough. Why isn't this on the news more? I've seen you share that. So you know it's out there. Go to fucking... You want to make a difference? Go set fire to fucking somebody's house. Don't write like a snarky... Like the people who are like, I always knew. It's like, shut the fuck up. Congratulations. Did you do it? You always knew about it. And you haven't done anything about it? So you're complicit. Like, what do you... So you're telling on yourself now, too? If we want to extend our fucking... The branch out there... And like that UFC guy who went, by all means, and I was just having this talk with a friend the other day of like, yes, I miss me with like any sort of fake pushback of like, yeah, but it's racist and misogynistic and it's like that fucking UFC fighter who went up there and was like, oh yeah, by the way, Michelle Obama's a man. That's been a fucking conspiracy. Like, it was in Eddington about how Michelle Obama's a man. Like, that's been like a thing forever. And like, is it crass? Sorry. I think it might be allergies at this point. I don't think so. I've been on allergy meds. But anyways, like, it's crass, it's uncouth, it's rude, it's mean, it's all of those things. It's not a good look to be on the South Lawn of the White House on a microphone with Joe Rogan standing next to you in all American flag stuff saying that Michelle Obama's a man. No, it's not good, right? We're not pretending that that's a good look. I don't think Michelle Obama's a man. But I do think the whole situation is funny. And we have to stop clutching our pearls. Like, we cannot every single time. It's the same thing of like when Trump put out that Obama family as like chimpanzees or whatever. Yes, but why are we surprised? You're a grown-ass adult. You're allowed to vote. The fact that you're allowed to vote and you want to act like, oh, how could somebody do... Like, obviously somebody was going to do some bullshit like that. Did you think it was going to be like everybody was going to go fight and then somebody was going to stand there and like fucking... We need to stand in support with our brothers. Did you expect that to happen? Are you a fucking child? No, they're going to get people who are going to show their message and undermine everything before them. And so you can't, like, yeah, it's not good, but the whole thing is hilarious. There's a UFC fight on the South Lawn of the White House, all right? We live in a hellscape. When are people gonna stop being that fucking Nitro? Travis Pastrana was doing backflips over the UFC ring on the South Lawn, and everybody's like, oh, he said that thing about Michelle Obama. Also, fuck Michelle Obama. She seems like a nice lady, but she's married to a war criminal, you know? Like, when are we gonna stop? It's the same thing with Hillary Clinton. She's married to a guy who's a known pedophile and rapist. And we're like, but still, like, we can't go after Hill. Like, that's second. Like, no. We could go after both of them. Fuck them. You know, enough shady shit has happened around these people that they should know that their husbands are terrible people. And that's the game. It's the American political game. I'm not a child. I'm not sitting here being like, whoa, I cannot believe that Michelle, like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's bad. The whole thing's bad. They're raping and murdering and kidnapping your neighbors. And you haven't, because it's not going to get as much attention on the algo. Your fucking friends aren't going to share it. A lot of people been real quiet about ICE lately. And I know that there's a bunch of shit coming at us all the time. That's like the strategy. A lot of quiet about the Epstein list lately. A lot of people had a lot of shit to say about that until like until Pizzagate started being real, until the Clintons started getting interviewed, until Bill Gates started getting interviewed. Right? Like, that had a lot of steam until our friends started getting pulled into it. Into the thing that was fake until Trump got elected again. Right? Like, you can't have both sides of it. Like, it's madness. Like, pick a lane. I don't, and like the UFC, like there was like a drone, and like the thing that nobody's being, yeah, they called Michelle Obama a man, but also they like made up a fake drone plot that they were gonna like bomb the north lawn of the White House to push everybody to the south, and then have like shooters go after them and like drones attack them. Some fucking 19-year-old mouth breather from Ohio is the one that they said is like like. Look up a picture of this cat. I'm not going to put it in because I'm trying to get this done and up, and so I need to keep the production low. But like, If you look at a picture of this cat, he doesn't even know how to read. I'm surprised he knows how to get onto Reddit. He's not going to be able to operate a drone strike on the fucking White House. They just want attention for this stuff. And like our hate, because we have an Iran deal right now, Iran. Like allegedly, like another 60-day peace break that's supposed to be signed tomorrow, Friday, on the 19th. On Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody if you're listening. But like that's supposed to be signed then, but like now I was like looking up news stuff today just to check in, and like just the fact, like, and it's so blatantly obvious that we are owned by Israel right now, that like news stories that came out, because we have a deal with Iran to stop the war and to give them $300 billion in reparations for a war that we started and closing the Strait of Hormuz and all that other shit. Like Trump fucked this whole thing up. But also we like went behind Israel's back to make this deal. And then it's coming out that Netanyahu's going to put out like sex tape stuff about Trump because of this deal, because we went behind Israel's back on it. And Israel's going to keep doing strikes and stuff. And I couldn't read the whole article because it's in the Atlantic and you have to subscribe to it. But this guy, the whole thing was talking about how the Netanyahu family just learned what it's like to deal with Trump. So now we're making poor Bibi Netanyahu. He got fucked over by Trump too. That's the angle we're going to take on this. Like, the author's last name was Rosenberg. So, Mr. Rosenberg, we're going to fuck it. That's the angle we're going to take. Is that Israel's still right in this whole situation. They just got fucked by Trump. Like that, my 1984 conspiracy that they're pegging everything on. We are not defending Donald Trump. By zero means. He's a terrible, evil man. But like we're gonna Israel's straight up genociding the people of Palestine, right? Like we know this. We know that he's genociding these people. He helped drag us into this war. And now we're just going to be like, yeah, Trump fucked over the Netanyahus. And now it's kind of like, now Bibi Netanyahu, who's like up for re-election or whatever soon, might lose, he bet it all on Trump. And now he's gotten fucked because Trump couldn't keep his... What are we talking about? You mean the genocide guy? We're supposed to be like, but you know who really fucked this whole thing up? Donald Trump. Huh? Let's forget all of the senators and representatives and mayors of New York that fucking go to Israel on the dime of AIPAC to go there and visit there and get their fucking talking points and make sure that they stand in line and make sure that Israel gets all of their money so they can keep killing people. Let's make sure that happens. And that's all fine. That's above board. But Donald Trump's the problem. Because he finally ends a war. And yeah, we got royally fucked in this. I would say that if I were writing that article, fucking Netanyahu couldn't finish the con on Trump. Netanyahu almost got him. He almost Bernie Madoffed Donald. He almost conned the best con man. Like, almost. I don't think Netanyahu got fucked in this deal at all. If anything, it's illegal to talk about Israel in a lot of countries. Just saying that Palestine has a right to exist and free Palestine will get you put in jail. Miss me with Netanyahu got fucked by Trump. The entire United States got fucked by Netanyahu and all of his buddies. Like a joke by a local guy here that I heard secondhand of like being critical of Israel is different than being critical of Jews, because it was like Gal Gadot is Israeli, the Jews make good movies, you know? I'm butchering the joke, but like what are we doing? We're letting, just because we hate the orange guy so much, and it's easy, it's nice. Everybody wants one person to peg it all on. That'd be great. God, would it be so easy if it was just this guy's fault, not this entire system that has been made up. Like, I just finished reading Devil in the White City, and just like talking about Gilded Age bullshit. Like, this has been going on since the beginning of time. It's the wealthy versus the poor. It is not Donald Trump versus all of us. It is not Nate Bargatze and MAGA against all of us. It is the rich versus the poor, and people trying to get as much as they can because they're greedy. And everybody thinks that it's a zero-game sum, or a zero-sum game. There's enough for all of us. We don't have to do fuck shit like this. We don't have to tear each other apart just to get food and insurance and shit like that. Unfortunately, they're making it that we have to, but we don't have to. And it's not our fault. Like, we have to stop going after individuals. Individuals and tearing individuals down is not going to fix it. What you're going to have to do is kill a bunch of them. Get the guest list. Like, now there's like this list of like secret Peter Thiel like groups of people of him like trying to undermine everything and do like, oh, and we're all surprised by it. The fuck are you talking about? We found out that there's like a pedophile ring that sacrificed and ate children to try to make the fucking world operate differently. And you're like, oh, Peter Thiel's got a group chat of some of the most powerful people in the... Like, no fucking shit. But you're right, the fucking Rothschilds don't exist. Conspiracies are crazy. It's a few men that are doing it. No, it's a whole system. It's whole groups of people that like, oh, you think the king and queen of England are fucking just the king and queen of England because they were actually no, it's a whole group of them. You think like the people that we see aren't it. Like that's like the people on the Forbes richest people. Those are like the real rich people. We don't even know how much money they have. Because if you have enough money to tell Forbes to go fuck himself, like, yeah, Elon Musk is a trillionaire. He's the richest man in the world. That's one person. You're telling me that like the UAE or Saudi Arabia can't fucking murk that one guy because he's a trillionaire? You think the government of this nation couldn't freeze all... Like, they can freeze his assets. So tell me how important money is when, like, a group of people can freeze all of your assets. I'm just saying. Like, you can't... We have to be smarter about this. And I know people are smart. Like, that's why I talk to you like this. Because you're all smart. You're listening to this. You understand good entertainment. You've read a book or two. You understand a nuanced point. Like, we can't be so simplistic about this. I believe in you. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong that people can't have the faith in them. Like, maybe I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday. Like, I could just making a heel turn and becoming like an alt-right influencer. I could make so much more money. Do you not understand that I know their talking points backwards and forwards because that's who we're going against? Because I actually want to stop them. I actually want them to stop. That's why I'm talking to people like goddamn adults. Maybe we can snag a couple. Maybe I don't need to infantilize the fucking dipshits who support UFC 250. Do you know what's fun? Watching men beat up each other. Do you know what's cool? Watching men beat up each other on the South Lawn of the White House. Let's quit pretending that that's not cool. Is it uncouth? Is it rude? Is it gaudy? Is it something that looks bad on our country? Yes. Yes, it does. But let's stop pretending that anything our country that has exported. What do we export? We export culture. We export entertainment. We export McDonald's. We haven't made good steel in 150 years. We haven't done anything actually important to the world since World War II. We just saw that we can't fucking even beat a country that uses cardboard fucking $100,000 drones against our $1 billion fucking airplanes. Right? That's what we just learned. We've got no real export in this world. Technology, ideas, culture. That's what we do. Entertainment. Our answer, the fucking Devil in the White City, our answer to Paris's World's Fair and them putting out the Eiffel Tower, still one of the biggest, like, land attractions that people go and see still from then. Our thing to combat that, to be, like, cool and different and, like, one-up the Eiffel Tower, was to create the fucking Ferris wheel. A thing that travels with carnies and circuses. That was our answer. And that was like the peak of engineering. And that's what we came up with, was a fun ride for rich people to ride and be able to get to the top of and see. Something that like fucking teenagers go on now at fucking Navy Pier to make out on. Right? That was our answer to the fucking Eiffel Tower. And we were fucking proud of it. It's a cool thing. I don't trust them still. I'm glad that people didn't trust them back then. It doesn't make sense that it works. Good for us that we found a new way to do that. Good for us that we got movies working the best ever. Good for us that we're the best at stealing music and making it good. Like, good for us that we did it. But let's stop pretending. Yes, I believe we could be the city on a hill. Yes, I believe that we can do all those things, but we're not those things. The only way to get better is to recognize what we are and meet people where they're at and be like, yes, people fist fighting. Go outside right now, and if you watch two fucking people fighting, tell me you're not going to watch it. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is terrible. But you can't take your goddamn eyes off of it. Because we're a country that likes entertainment. That is our culture. We have to stop acting like we're better than it. Oh, you're gonna tell me we shouldn't have UFC on the fucking South Lawn, and then you're gonna turn on fucking Love Island. Right? You're gonna tell me you don't like watching train wrecks. Now I understand it's not on the South Lawn of the White House, but you're in the same ballpark. You're not that far away from it. You have to understand that people like driving big trucks. They like shooting guns. It's fucking cool. Every single person who's ever fired a gun is like, this is actually fucking cool. I feel very powerful. Quit pretending that you're above it. You were just in a different spot. I was born and raised in Northwest Ohio. It is a shithole. I'm going back to Ohio this weekend, and like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like have some weird conversations because that's what I do. But just because somebody has never left their hometown or met somebody who didn't look like them or likes watching fist fights on the South Lawn of the White House, we have to stop acting surprised by it. There are demonic pedophiles eating people. I mean, I know Jeffrey Epstein has been dead, and so we stopped it all. Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail. You know, we stopped it all. Bill Gates was part of, like, he didn't want people saying that, like, he was having sex with Russian whores. That's why he stayed in Epstein's circle. Because you're a billionaire, you know, you don't want your wife to find out you're fucking Russian whores, because that's going to be the end of your life when you have more money than God, right? Like, we have to, like, let's stop being fucking surprised by this. Oh, Nate Bargatze took a picture with RFK Jr. Ooh, did he eat a child? Let's maybe start there. Let's maybe start tearing down the people who are actually doing bad things. Yes, the people who are associating with these people on camera after we know all of this shit, sure, you're not wrong. It is bad. It is wrong. Congratulations. We all know that you're right. Do you want a fucking gold star for it? At this point, aren't we past that? Good job. You fucking called it. Wow, bravo. What has it done other than letting this all go? Oh, so you knew, so you're telling me you knew this whole time and you did nothing about it. Well, what can I do? Same fucking question right back at you. Right? It's not my job to explain it to you. Well, if you knew all of this the whole time, it is kind of your job to stop it and explain it to people. You knew all this was happening. You knew the Epstein list was happening when you were telling me that the Epstein list wasn't happening 10 fucking years ago. Right? Oh, you knew that Bill Clinton was a serial rapist and you didn't hold him in high esteem 10 years ago when his wife was running for president? You knew that. And yet you still campaigned for his wife and were like, Bill Clinton's the fucking man. Like, you knew all of this. You're so morally superior and so much smarter than all of us. And you knew it, but you did nothing about it. But like comics who are making flippant jokes about it back then are a problem to the cause and are going to get in the way of Hillary Clinton being elected and are the reason why fucking Donald Trump's like, you're right, we're the problem. Not you, who knew this the whole fucking time and did nothing about it, made fun of people making jokes about it, shamed people for bringing up things like the Epstein list and conspiracies and things that, oh, the Democrats are making money in the stock market. Don't bring it, like it's gonna get people are gonna vote. How about your own fucking party is gonna make people vote for the other person by giving us fucking candidates that are unlikable, that are married to fucking rapists and pedophiles? When are you gonna point the fucking gun at the people who are doing the shit and not your fucking neighbors and friends who are like pointing out that this shit's happening in a humorous way when you know it's happening? And you fucking, apparently since you know it and you're so morally right, why didn't you make the change? You know? We're pointing out and making it known and making jokes about it, and you're telling us not to make jokes about it because it's not gonna help somebody get elected. And then fucking 10 years later, when it's convenient for you to be on the moral high ground and knew it the entire time, but didn't do anything about it 10 years ago because it got in the way of Hillary Clinton getting elected, that worked out. Oh, you fucking free Palestine, but we have to vote for fucking Kamala, who wouldn't put free Palestine or stop the genocide on any part of her platform. But you knew that like Israel was bombing and genociding these people, but like that wasn't important at the time because we had to stop Donald Trump from getting elected. And now poor Bibi Netanyahu, he's part of it. Like he got swindled by Trump too. You understand why nobody takes any of you seriously? Because you're talking out of both sides of your mouth and you're trying to act morally superior to everybody when you're just as bad as everybody else. That's why I say it all. I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. I know that. I'm trying to do the best I can, but just based off of how, when, where, what I was born as, I'm already in a spot where I am inherently part of the problem, but like nobody else wants to do this. Yes, there's people doing it, but nobody wants to hold our own people accountable. When's the last time somebody you know who votes like you sat you down and was like, hey man, you need to get your ducks in a row. How about you get your message straight? Because they're evil, but the Republicans stay on message. Right? They've got their marching orders. They fucking do it. But no, we're here like, well, but everybody's got to be able, don't be anti-Semitic by saying that Israel's a problem. Like, okay, we're not being anti-Semitic. We're saying Israel's a problem. Fuck Zionists. We love the 12 tribes. We love them. They're great. I wouldn't have stand-up comedy if it wasn't for Jewish people, right? We wouldn't have Jesus. I don't have my Jesus Christ flag. We wouldn't have modern. The amount of Nobel Prize winners in science from Ashkenazi Jews is incredible. We wouldn't have 90% of we wouldn't have the internet, right? We wouldn't have any of this without. We love the Jewish people. It just so happens the country that we gave a bunch of them at the end of World War II, because Hitler killed 6 million of them, is now doing Hitler shit. Right? Like, it's an unfortunate truth, and we can talk about it, but you can't be so black and white, because we see what happens, and this is the world that we're in. You have to stop clutching your pearls and acting surprised that the world is a dark and dirty place. Especially if you're a millennial, you're in my age group, or a little bit older, or a tad bit younger. We lived through 9/11. We lived through the Bush years. We lived through, like, the mass incarcerations of minorities in 2006 that he tried to do. We've lived through all of this. We lived through, like, the economic crash of 08-09. We watched Obama bail out the billionaires and the big banks. We've known this. We watched fucking, what's the big fucking, I can't remember it right at the moment. The fucking corporations are people too. Citizens United. We've watched all of this. We watched the watering down of the Obamacare. We watched all of this happen. We watched Joe Biden be elected for 4 years and have, like, we spent 4 years being like, Joe Biden doesn't have dementia. You're being ageist, to do this whole fucking, oh, Trump's got dementia thing. Like, he's an 80-year-old man. No shit. What are we doing? To watch people turn into big Trump, watching Democrats become COVID conspiracy theorists, co-opting the same language, co-opting the same conspiracy theories, but saying this time it's different because, like, it's a different person there. You have to stop. This is why nobody takes our country seriously. This is why nobody takes our left movement seriously. This is why nobody takes Democrats seriously. It's because we act like children every single time. Don't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's the system that's got you it's got you swindled. It's got you convinced that you're doing something by doing this. It's not your fault. But, like, we're old enough to know that we got duped now, okay? Let's fucking do something about it. Let's spread I knew it all along. Ooh, we knew it the whole time. Hey, we know this. We've known it. Shame on us. We haven't done anything about it. Let's vote. Let's fucking burn down Nate Bargatze's house. Like, let's do something to actually change this. There's an octagon on the South Lawn. It'd be pretty easy to install a fucking guillotine there. All right? We have the guest list. Well, how do we stop this thing? All right, I don't know. Look at the guest list. Kill them all, including people that I like and their art. You're supporting it. You're pushing it up. You're doing it. You're letting it happen. And then you're playing pretend just for the people that we like. And then not fessing up to it. I don't think it's that hard to understand. I really don't. Like, you cannot expect other people to do what you won't do yourself. 11/11, make a wish. I wish you guys would get your shit together. And again, I'm part of the problem too. But I'm the one with a microphone. As the wedding singer would say. I'm the one with a microphone. And buddy, if you say one more thing, I'll come strangle you with this mic cord. All right? Jeez Louise. I don't know. That's enough time. Let's get this. I still have to go back to Ohio. God, I'm excited for this wedding. I look good in my tux, guys. I'm not even kidding you. At Ray Roberts Comedy on everything. RayRobertsComedy.com if I ever get the website back up and running. Ray Roberts Comedy on Venmo. Oh, I quit my job on Monday. I could use money. Send me money. All right? You love this thing. Sponsor the podcast. AaronServices.com. I heard is now a multi-billion-dollar. Don't look it up. They're an empire now because I advertised for them like 4 or 5 times on the podcast. They are now an unstoppable cleaning empire. Who's going to clean up the blood at the White House when we guillotine everybody? AaronServices.com. Tell them Ray sent you. You can sponsor the podcast too, all right? People are listening. People are watching. People are reaching out to be sponsors of the podcast. I don't want to sponsor a wine decay. I don't want to offer that to you people, all right? Get companies, or if you own a company, advertise to like-minded people. That's how we do it. We organize. We make shit happen. We support things that we want to make a change. We don't say that we want a change to happen and then support the millionaires and billionaires that are keeping it in line. Give me your money. Give me your money. Not Taylor Swift, not Nate Bargatze, not Shane Gillis, not fucking any of these people that you give the time and energy and money to. Give me the time, the energy, the money. God, if you propped up people as much as you tried to tear down terrible people, imagine how much better everything would be. Make me famous. And then come for me. All right? God, I could probably do something good. Imagine my theme park. Oh, I cannot wait to disappoint you guys. Things that I say to prospective lovers. What a life. All right, guys, that's I'm done. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I got through like 2 of my talking points, but I love you. Bye.